Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing another Miniverse Make It Mini sneakers. Let's see which one we are building. So these containers do have pencil marks on the outside, and I did kind of think it was this one, but I was a little unsure. But yes, you could go to Meeny Miny Mo and they already have cheat codes up for these and the dinosaur ones as well. So you get some foam stickers that go on the outside of the shoes. You get a shoe box that goes with the exact pair you're getting, and that's super cute. This is the highlighter series, and it says it's neon peach. And the pieces of the shoes are in here that you're going to snap together. You have the laces, which is my least favorite part. We also have the mold. And most of these are a little different. I don't know if any of them are exactly the same, but have our instructions. We have the peach color stuff that we're going to mix together. And then they do give you a mixing bowl, and it's labeled. So you're gonna fill the A stuff to the A line and the B substance to the B line and then mix it. Very easy. These are all marked. This one has an L for left, so that's right. You want to go through and create a little pile for each. That way when you're putting them together, these should all be right. It's easy to snap them. This makes a display case when you're done with it. And, oh, those are cute. They look like they aren't high tops. The other ones were kind of like high tops. At least that's what it looks like. So the first step, after you've separated them, you're going to add this top part of the shoe. You're going to make sure these tabs fit in there. And sometimes it's not as easy as you'd think it would be. But just be patient. You can grab tweezers if you need to kind of pull it through. So it should go completely in like that. And then this part is going to wrap around, and again, it has tabs. That should kind of wiggle in there nicely. Then you add the stickers, you mix the solution and pour it, and then you lace it up. I've just been doing a crisscross lace design, which is what they show, but there's many ways you can actually lace a shoe, so I'm excited to see what people will do with theirs that are a little bit more creative than me. So that side isn't going in very nicely. Let's see if I can tug on, there we go. And then pull that one through. And these do sometimes move around even though you have them in there now. So just make sure before you set them in the mold, once you have everything poured, that they look good. They look like this. I think I'm going to try to reposition that. So when you have it done, it should look like this. And then you could set that aside. I do like the peach. My only complaint or thing that slightly bothers me is you can see the gap like that. And sometimes when it fuses, it's not that noticeable because you have stickers and stuff, but I mean, like that side doesn't look bad, but this side you can see that gap. But yet, everything's in there perfectly. So we will do this side, and then it's time to put stickers on. I always want to jump to mixing the stuff, but we're doing stickers next. Shoes have been assembled. Now we have stickers. So this is labeled left side. We're going to start with that first and do this big piece. It's going to wrap around the back of the shoe. And these are pretty easy to place because you can see these lines on there, so you know where to put them. And there is one going down the back, so you can see where the middle is. And I have had to pull them back up and replace them, and that was pretty okay because they're a little padded and thick. And I feel like they do have some give to them. It's not like a kid's like sticker, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Let's see, there's one for the tongue and the heel, and then the sides. So I like pushing this up. And I just like loosely place it on there, and then I make sure that's where it's supposed to be. And it's not. Because again, there's like a loose guide there. Okay. These ones are smaller than the ones I've done with the other sets. And this has a GS, so make sure you're putting it on right. It's gonna go right there. That looks really good. And then as far as this, it doesn't tell you like what side, but it could only go one way as long as you're following the guide. So you just kind of have to, like that would go this, because there's lines here, and that always means the bottom. So that means it would go like this. But again, a little difficult to place. I think that looks good. And that side should match that since it's next to that one. Again, those stripe lines go down. Line it up. Those are cute. I love that. Flip it over, do that side. And then I'll do the other one off camera just to speed up this process. And then we will do the mixing game. Now, if you saw my last video, there was like a gap in the shoe after I pulled it out and I didn't like how it looked. There normally is a little bit of solution left in the bag. I would suggest leaving it in the bag, because if you dump it all in the thing, it's gonna dry up and harden. But if you leave it in the bag, air can't get to it. So I was able to remix just enough left to fix the shoe, at least to how I was satisfied with it. So maybe that's a little pro tip. These stickers went on beautifully. I don't see any that are crooked. These might be my favorite ones yet. These are cute. All right, I'll be back to mix. Okay, cut these to separate them. This first one is either white like Elmer's glue, or sometimes it's clear. And that's the A one, and we're gonna fill it to that first line. And yes, this is clear. I think all the highlighter series ones are clear. And again, you should have just the slightest amount left over, so once you get it to that line, stop. I guess you could maybe, I wonder what it would be like if I poured it into one of my other like Miniverse molds. I guess it would make like a rubbery, I don't know, I should try that. Here's the B mixture. Ooh, that is such a pretty color. Let's see if that's enough. That is just enough. I'm going to use a toothpick. It's one of my favorite tools to use for all of these builds, honestly. And we're going to mix this for 1 minute and then evenly pour it into the mold. This mold looks a little, doesn't look straight, but it might be. I think I might pour just a little bit more than what I have been pouring. They do give you that little tool to make sure you have it filled up high enough, so you absolutely need to use that. But if you overfill it, it will kind of come up the sides and you might have to clean off the shoe before it sets. But I'm definitely going to tap it down at least. But I think you can't like press it down too much. I think there's a really like fine line for making sure that this is right. Okay, it's been mixed. So I pour the whole length and kind of let it settle into those grooves. And then do the other shoe. Sometimes you gotta help it around the toe area and the heel. All right, let's use the device to see. There is a line on here. It kind of looks like a shoehorn, but there's that black line. And I test it from the top, the middle, and the back. So it looks like there could use just maybe like a drop to the front here. That looks good, that looks good, that looks good. I might just pour what I have in there, since there's not much left anyways. And I'm scared that what happened last time will happen this time. I'm just gonna give a little drizzle in there. Drizzle over here. I am gonna wipe that. And then you take these and just place it in there. Before you do that, make sure all those tabs are still there, in there properly. And yeah, it fits in there like to a T. I'm gonna do like a light press, maybe like a little wiggle. And then I'm gonna set a timer for 1 hour. And I'll come back to unmold them. 1 hour seems perfect. I haven't had them still be wet or anything like that, so seems to be pretty accurate. I think I just totally dipped that. You see how it's leaning? Gotta reposition that. So it might look a little goofy on that side, but we will find out in an hour. So it has now been an hour. There's a little bit left over in here, and this lifts out really easily. It just pulls right out. So that way you can repurpose this if you want to. Just wanted to show you that. And it's like rubbery, satisfying. So now I'm gonna apply pressure to the bottom of these to kind of just gently lift them out and see what they look like. Turned out really good. It did come up a little bit onto the shoe, but it's not very noticeable, I don't think. So let's check the other one. And that looks pretty good as well. So I did overfill it a little bit. I mean, it does come up on the shoe slightly, but like it kind of has to, so that it's all touching, all fused together. But those are very cute. Now comes the dreaded part of lacing them. The laces though have the ends right here are stiff, so it's easy to string them through, and they do kind of show you on the instructions like an easy way to get it started in case you've never laced shoes before. But I just start like this, and then I put the other side in, and then I pull it real tight to make sure that it's even. And then I just start crisscrossing. I go through the top down to keep it consistent. And then let's pull this. And that side's way longer, so I'm gonna lift up over here, pull this side, and then keep doing that. That's almost even. Honestly, close enough. It's not gonna matter. You will have enough slack left over, and then you can cut it off or tie it or stuff them in here, which is what I've been doing. So yeah, I'm just gonna do this, and I'll come back in a few minutes when they're both laced up so you can see what it looks like. Okay, I have one laced, and I'm bad at keeping like even, pressure's not the right word, tension, so they look a little wonky, and I shoved the laces in there. And then I remembered I was going to experiment with this leftover stuff. So there's just a tiny bit that I was able to squeeze out of there, and I've mixed it. And I thought maybe my little gummy worm mold would be interesting to try. But now that I'm getting ready to pour it, I'm thinking it's not gonna be a good idea because it's so thin. Oh, well, maybe not. It's pouring nicely. I wonder if it's gonna be hard to get out though, but that would be cool to have like the little gummy worms and it actually feels like a gummy consistency. So I wonder if this takes an hour to set up too. So I'm gonna lace the other one and yeah, I'll probably wait an hour just to be safe. And then I'll show you what these look like. I think this is cool. Okay, so here's the final product of how they're laced and how they look. Very cute. It's been over an hour now because I went to the store, so let's see. Oh yeah, they pop right out and they're rubbery. That's cute. I just made little worms.
Oh,
I mean, some of them, they're a little sticky on the bottom, but if I lay them like this, they'll dry. When I say sticky, it kind of feels like oil.
Oil?
I'm not sure what it is, but probably safer than touching resin. We'll just go ahead and say that. But those are cute. And of course you could do like different colors with the ones you have left over. This cleans out really easily. I think I already showed that. And then there are hacks already for the dinosaur and the shoes. So I was able to find 2 of the shoes that I wanted. So let me show you those. So when you're looking at the sneaker container, flip it over so that the UPC is the proper way so you can read it. There's either a pencil mark here where it says sneakers or up here where sneakers is cut off. So the pizza, ramen, and ice cream one are over here. I think it's the K, the E, and the R. But again, go to Meeny Miny Mo and look at the chart. So I have that one, and then this one has one on the R. So one should be the ice cream, one should be the pizza. I didn't see the ramen one. But I also got some of the dinosaurs I wanted, so stay tuned. I'll be doing these next. But that is what I have for you today. Leave me suggestions of what else you think I should try to make with leftovers on these other ones, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye, guys.